Yo, so today I'm going to be making a hyperpop melody only using stock plugins. I think I'm going to go for like some bouncy, energetic stuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and just pick a random stock plugin. I don't even know what this one is, GMS. So I'm just going to click through here and find a very nice sound. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this sound. It sounds pretty cool. Yeah, so now I'm just going to go ahead and lay out a simple melody with this log drum preset. That's a cool little pattern. We can like go in and spice it up a little bit more later. I'm gonna go ahead and pitch this down 4. Yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna use for like the base of the pattern. I'm just gonna go ahead and listen to this real quick and make sure everything sounds good. So I don't like this last chord. I like it in the first part, but I don't really like it here. It doesn't transition very well. So I'm gonna go ahead and pitch it to here. Yeah, so I went ahead and pitched that down, so now it's at a C sharp. And then go ahead, paste the bass notes down, and then lengthen them. And then maybe see how this sounds if it like shorter plucks like this. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in and edit some of the notes so they're shorter like this. So maybe this one's like half the length and this one's super short. And then just listen to this for a section to see if that sounds cooler. Opposed to like this. Yeah, so I think that sounds pretty cool. So maybe I'll keep this like the first bar and then the third bar. I'll make the notes shorter like this. And then I'll keep them long and do shorter on the top line for the second and fourth bar. Oh, I wonder if this has like velocity controls. That'd be so nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna make the top line a little bit softer then. Yes, that's kind of cool. I like the way this is sounding. Forgot to move that one over. And then just make this second half different notes. Maybe do like a quick roll. Yeah, so I think that should be pretty decent for the start of the pattern. And then since I do know that like these cut off at a shorter time, I'm gonna make these little pauses here, and I think that'll sound pretty cool. I still don't like the way this last roll sounds, because like I talk about this a lot in my videos, but if you listen to this last part, it just doesn't loop very nicely, and I can't figure out why, because it's not the notes. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I wasn't moving around that bottom note, so that sounds pretty cool. So I'm gonna drag this over and probably make this part more simple. Usually I'd make this more complex, but I'm gonna go simple today. And then probably speed it up in this last bar, but do some more like velocity stuff so it makes it sound a little cooler and loops nicely back into like the faster section. And I'm gonna go ahead and route this to the mixer just because I think I hear a bit of low end in it, so I'm just gonna cut that out. Oh, I might have gone too low. Yeah, so that sounds pretty cool. That G that I was using that was like down here was a little too deep. So this should take up a little bit more of the EQ. Yeah, because like before we were only getting like to like 500. And that would have been rough to try to like fill in with a bunch of other leads. But yeah, that's a pretty cool sound actually. I might use that in other things. But I'm gonna go back into that plugin because that was pretty good the first time. And maybe find a lead. Alright, so I'm back in leads and synths, and there's this chiptune art, and it sounds like this. And I think that might be cool if we like pan it multiple directions and throw a ton of reverb on it. So I'm gonna go with that, and then try to find a crazy lead. And then I'm just gonna cut out like some of the frequencies. So I'm just gonna put this on it just in case the reverb makes it lower for some reason. And then do a reverb on that. And then pancake. And go the shy preset. And that'll just be a nice little background sound for like an intro or something. And then I think I'm gonna go back into that same thing and try to find like just like a good lead, I guess. Well, I can't figure out how to turn the glide on, but it should be pretty cool for now. And I think I used a different roll here. Yeah, I went like that. Maybe I'll do like a quick little roll at the end. And I want to add some variation in the second half because it is pretty repetitive. Maybe go up there, add like a stutter. And maybe copy those little rolls from the pluck. Something sounds weird about that last roll again, so I'm probably just going to leave it the way it was. Oh no, I want to copy this, I think. Yeah, because that'll just differentiate it a little bit more. Yeah, so that sounds pretty cool. And then I think I want to find another lead, a church bell, and like a bass. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Almost clicked on serum there, but I'm not going to do that. That would be very naughty. Be cheating. Oh, and my bad. On the last video, I used halftime by accident when I should use gross beat because gross beat comes with FL. But that's my bad. Won't do it this time. I'm gonna go into Citrus because I used to really like that, and I think they have some cool bells, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna copy this bouncy pattern over into a marimba. And then randomize it, and then strum it just for another plucky layer. Maybe actually lengthen it to itself. And then I'm gonna grab that dream bell that I found earlier, and just like low, and then just like lay a couple notes down. Yeah, I think just one more sound we need is like a sine wave lead, but I have no clue where to find that. So back to clicking around for things. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna end up using a one shot that I made a long time ago, but it should be pretty easy to find something similar to it. It's basically just a sine wave with like chorus on it, I'm pretty sure. Alright, yeah, so I think that's it for like the melody part of this, but I'm gonna go mix this real quick and try to make it sound a lot better, like reverb on that lead and just making sure everything fits together because it's kind of sounding really jumbled right now. So I'll be right back. I'll show you what I do for the mixing. Alright, so I mixed this and it actually turned into a decent melody. So this is probably very important to look at. Not really sure, but it did make a whole bunch of a difference. So on that main like synth pluck, cut the lows, reverb, imager. On this, cut the lows and reverb, and I actually ended up pitching this up an octave, so they sound really nicely together. And then on the, what is that? The weird space thing, I did ambience, which is a reverb, and it's also free. Pancake, free. And then just an EQ that kind of boosts the highs. Then on the lead, boost the highs and a little bit of reverb, but I turned the decay down so it still sounds like a lead. Then on the second lead, I added two reverb, two EQs, boosted the highs, and then cut all the lows. Reverb, but I left the decay up a little bit more. And then Magic Switch, which is chorus and flanger, also a free plugin. And then on the Dream Bell did nothing because it sounded pretty cool already. And I'm probably going to go in and add like some sort of gross beat effect later on, but I guess we'll have to see whilst I do this arrangement. Alright, so that's gonna be like the pattern for the arrangement, but I'm still gonna go in and do some like wacky things with it. So to start off with, I'm gonna go to that smooth lead and I'm gonna throw a love filter on it, and then click here, create automation clip, and then I'm gonna do that real quick so it's a little bit. So just for that intro, it's kind of all filtered out. I think that'll sound pretty cool. Maybe have it here where it dips back to normal, which is all the way up. And then maybe also for the intro, I want to go here, make this unique, pitch this up an octave. And then go grab a gross beat this time, not halftime, because that is not free. Or it might be, you might be able to get a free trial, but I'm not really sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it at the top because the way this works is I'm pretty sure like it gets stacked, so it's like this will get affected last, so the sound will come in here, and if you put the gross beat or the halftime here, then the EQ will cut the lows after it applies that. Probably made no sense, but valuable sick tip. And then half speed. And then maybe have it come down here and then back up. That might be kind of interesting. And then drop here. And then just wait for this to kind of render out. And then I'm going to go ahead and normalize this because it's all recorded out. Yeah, so I think pitching it down sounds pretty cool. So I pitched it down once, so now it's in D minor instead of D sharp minor. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. This is going to be horrible to edit because it's already at like 50 minutes, but decent melody, so it's worth it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Kit soon. I have, well, let's see. Let's go into the folder. Yeah, so 32 loops in the folder right now, but I'm going to edit that down because there's some of them that aren't that great, so I'm going to take those out. And then 63 midis so far. I'll see if I can get that to a nice round 100 midis. And then one shots still need a bit of work. I actually recorded some guitar one shots with a ukulele, but like affected them so it sounded like a guitar, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll play the final loop right now.